Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Timisha, the codepreneur, as well as a spiritual growth coach here on YouTube, keeping it raw, real, and relatable. So I am bringing you another one of my OT videos. So in this video, what I want to talk about is how to properly prepare for your level 2 OTA field work. All right. If this is a topic that you're like, this sounds interesting, Timisha, tell me more, I suggest you stay tuned. All right, let's go. So I'm going to give you 5 tips in this video on how you can prepare for your fieldwork. Okay, so tip number 1 is review your academic work. Yes, you want to go ahead, pull out that textbook, pull out whatever books you have, and go ahead and review your academic material. Why? Because you want to stay as up to date as possible. You want to go into your fieldwork fresh, okay, with the knowledge and the information you have been taught, specifically on the site you're heading to. So if you are going into pediatrics, then I would not be brushing up on mental health stuff, right? Brush up on your milestones, brush up on all things peds. Same thing with if you're going into a skilled nursing facility. Get familiar with the geriatric population. Get familiar with often seen diagnoses. These are key things that you should be doing in preparation for going to your fieldwork. All right, that is tip number 1. Now, tip number 2, orientation and site visits is very important. Now, if your job allows you to do a site visit or they have an orientation day, I would take advantage of that. You want to go and you want to get familiar with the site. You want to take a look around, see the setup. Definitely do that because it's going to help you get prepared. Now, if they don't, let's say, offer it, I would ask for it because I'm sure they would be perfectly fine if you come in for just like a 1-day shadow for maybe 2 hours or 1 hour, however long you feel that you need to just come in, observe the day, get a feel, maybe talk to some of the therapists on staff, maybe nursing staff. Maybe at that time you can introduce yourself, and of course do this knowing that you should advise your fieldwork educator as well as your coordinator that this is something you would like to do. I would not just say, hey, can I come in and shadow and then just pop up. It would be professional of you to just notify the proper people that this is something you would like to do if they don't have an orientation before you actually come. All right. Tip number 3, practice your documentation skills. I cannot stress this enough. Practice your documentation skills. All right. Practice it for whatever the site you're going to. Now, of course, I know it's hard to know how the documentation might look like for that particular facility. So this is why, asking for a site visit or going to an orientation will be helpful. All right. Because this is the kind of question you should ask. Such as, what kind of documentation do you guys use? And then let's say if they tell you, maybe you could go home and you can hop on YouTube or Google and read up on this documentation system. If they're okay with it, if you're, soon to be fieldwork educators okay with you looking at their documentation, looking at the system, reviewing it, that would be great. They might not, but it's worth asking. Sometimes you just never know if people are going to say yes until you ask. Okay. So this is very important. Go over documentation, go over your notes from school about documentation. I have videos on my channel about documentation, which I definitely should do an update But go through that and it's going to be very, very helpful. Tip number 4. So tip number 4 is time management. All right. So preparing to start your level 2 is very important that you understand and you learn how to manage your time. You want to develop effective time management skills to balance your caseload, the demands, documentation, administrative tasks, because all of these things we as OTs and coders need to be able to do. We need to be able to handle the demand of our caseloads. You might be seeing as little as 7 patients, or you might be seeing as much as 14 or 15 in one day. You need to be able to document for these patients, right? You need to be able to do any other administrative tasks. That might be filling in an insurance form or whatever comes up. So really getting a understanding of how to manage your time. And this can start with having a conversation with either your fieldwork educator, your soon-to-be supervisor, your peers, even on my channel. If you guys would like, Timisha, please do a video talking about time management and how you manage your time. Definitely leave a comment below. And also on my channel, I do have a video about how to survive 90% productivity when working in the field. Definitely go check that out. I will leave a link to that right here. Okay. All right. Final tip. Tip number 5. I cannot leave this video without advising you guys to get my new book. Okay. My book, Classroom to Clinic, Surviving and Thriving in Occupational Therapy Fieldwork, Resource and Reference Book. I'm telling you guys, this is also the book to help you prepare for fieldwork, and not only just preparation. This is a book that you're going to take with you on fieldwork. Yes, this I literally, guys, wrote this so you could actually take it on fieldwork. If you want to know more about this book, how you could get your hands on it, it is available on my website, timishatrost.com, as well as on Amazon, and simply going to the description below, you can find it right there. I left a link for you. But this book is key because I have written this book into 5 sections. And in each section, the first section is how to make the transition successful. The second section is about fieldwork, in-service ideas. The third section is overcoming fieldwork challenges, scenarios, all of that good stuff that you may face. Section 4, you have your frequently asked questions. Section 5 is tools that is going to help you along your way. So in this book, I really break down just about everything you're going to need to be successful on your fieldwork. So be sure to get your hands on that. So I hope that this video was helpful. All right. Please, again, leave me any comments, ask me any questions, and I will do a video addressing it. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye-bye.